Coronavirus currently eliminated in New Zealand. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has announced that coronavirus has been currently eliminated in the country. There were just 5 new COVID-19 cases reported on April 27 with no widespread community transition. Ardern said the country has so far managed to avoid the worst scenarios for an outbreak and would continue to hunt down the last few cases. Easing of lockdown. From last week of April, certain businesses such as construction will be allowed to reopen, but social distancing rules will still apply. "We are opening up the economy, but we're not opening up people's social lives," Ms. Ardern said at the daily government briefing. Director General of Health Ashley Bloomfield said the low number of new cases in recent days does give us confidence that we have achieved our goal of elimination. He warned that elimination did not mean there would be no new cases, but it does mean we know where our cases are coming from. New Zealand's Prime Minister may be the most effective leader on the planet. Jacinda Ardern's leadership style, focused on empathy, isn't just resonating with her people, it's putting the country on track for success against the coronavirus. The coronavirus pandemic may be the largest test of political leadership the world has ever witnessed. Every leader on the planet is facing the same potential threat. Every leader is reacting differently, in his or her own style. And every leader will be judged by the results. The success, of course, isn't all Ardern's doing, it's also the product of an impressive collective effort by public health institutions, opposition politicians, and New Zealanders as a whole, who have largely abided by social distancing restrictions. Jacinda Ardern, the 39-year-old Prime Minister of New Zealand, is forging a path of her own. Her leadership style is one of empathy in a crisis that tempts people to fend for themselves. Her messages are clear, consistent, and somehow simultaneously sobering and soothing. And her approach isn't just resonating with her people on an emotional level. It is also working remarkably well. People feel that Ardern doesn't preach at them, she's standing with them, and she is a communicator. While Ardern conducts more formal and conventional daily briefings with other top officials and journalists, she puts her personal touch on these as well. She doesn't peddle in misinformation, she doesn't blame shift, she tries to manage everyone's expectations at the same time. As she offers reassuring notes, she uses the bully pulpit to cue society toward our better angels, be kind to each other, and that kind of thing. I think that's more important than people realize and does trickle down into local attitudes. Ardern's government also took decisive action right away. New Zealand imposed a national lockdown much earlier in its outbreak than other countries did in theirs, and banned travelers from China in early February, before New Zealand had registered a single case of the virus. It closed its borders to all non-residents in mid-March, when it had only a handful of cases.